guys, Bipolar Barbie here. I just wanted to have a rant about the mental health services that are available to us because it is complete and utter bullshit. I just honestly cannot fathom how this stupid system works. I've always been stuck between these two extreme systems. The public health system that is available to anyone, anyone, right? And the private health system that is available to people who have money. Unfortunately, I don't have money. And on the other hand, when it comes to the free public health services, they are reserved for people who qualify as needing it. People who cannot keep their shit together. People who are a risk to others and I guess a severe risk to themselves. So people like me who keep my shit together just enough to keep myself out of trouble in public, and someone who's not trying to take my life every single day, someone who's not off my face on drugs, someone who has enough insight to keep myself sober, to reach out when I see myself going down so I don't get to that horrific place. And it's just ridiculous. I had yet another, this experience happens to me so much and I'm absolutely over it. So the DBT course, which I've been wanting to do for a really long time, there is no private psychologist around here that does DBT for borderlines. There is no psychologist around here that does any form of therapy for any form of trauma or abuse. So the DBT course isn't done through a private hospital, it's done through the public mental health service at the hospital. Now, I have been on a waiting list for over a year to get in, and last year when I was in hospital, I hadn't left my house for 6 months. I ended up in hospital. I had been on the crisis support team at the hospital. They were calling me every day just to make sure that I was fine. They came out to my house to assess me a few times. I'd seen the psychiatrist there at the hospital the whole time that I was on this waiting list, and I was on their radar. I was in their service. And then I went into the private hospital when I checked myself in, and I found out shortly after that, after I went to the whole interview, I had the referral from my psychiatrist, psychologist, my GP. I had everything that I needed to go to this interview that they do to assess whether or not they think you would be suitable for the course. So they told me that they did have a lot of entrants and they were just seeing who was committed to doing the course and, stuff like that. I don't think anyone would have been more committed than me to do this DBT course. And then I find out that I didn't get selected for it. So then they tell me, we'll give you a call next year though, because the course is in blocks of 4 sections. So they're maybe, next semester, we'll be able to get you in. So we'll give you a call and we might be able to go through this whole process again. Nobody called me. So then my personal helper that comes out to my house and is a social worker and helps me out, she called them last week and she was can you just give her a call back, just see what's going on, when's your course coming up? So I get a call back today from the guy that organizes the course, the mental health team. And he says, yeah, look, you're not going to get into this course. And I said, what do you mean? And he said, well, you actually have to be part of you have to be on our radar and you have to be frequently using our service so that you qualify for the course. And I'm like, well, what is the definition of that? And he's like, well, you have to be, constantly in and out of the public hospital. You have to be on the crisis support team constantly. You have to basically be at your worst for a really, really long time. And it really frustrates me that I can't afford the private treatment, but I keep getting told this stupid excuse from like every mental health professional, from the public mental health professionals. I get told that I'm too intelligent. These are the words that come out of their mouth. I'm too intelligent, I'm too highly functioning, and I don't qualify because I keep my shit together just enough. And I have enough insight for like preventative treatment. And I'm committed to my recovery enough that I don't let it get to the stage, you know, where I am completely out of my goddamn mind and where I do end up constantly in and out of the public health system. And it's like, you know what? I don't know, like, it's just really frustrating that other people can qualify for, you know, free psychologists, free psychiatrists, like free everything, simply because they don't do anything to help themselves. I mean, I haven't worked in like 3 years. I'm on a disability pension because like my dog is becoming my assistance dog. He's about to be certified like in the next month. And it's like, clearly I qualify for someone that needs help. I've been in and out of hospital, but I haven't been to the right hospital. I've been to a private hospital because I'm that committed to my recovery that I know I need to pay that private health insurance so that I can go into hospital when I need it. Because if I rock up to the public hospital, they tell me to call the helpline. And if I tell them that I've already called the helpline, they say that we can't admit you to the psych ward unless you've actually tried to take your life. I can be standing there saying, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it right now. But that's not good enough. I have to have actually done it before someone will take me seriously and before someone will help me. It's just ridiculous. The system is whack. It is so frustrating. And when people say things to me like, oh, I thought you should have been better by now. You know what? I thought I should have been better too. And I would have been a lot better, a lot quicker, had I been able to get appointments that didn't have like 6-month-long waiting lists, had I been able to afford treatment, and had I had services available to me. How do they expect people to recover and deal with their mental illness if you can't get help? Like, people say that, you know, you do things as a cry for help, but you don't cry for help when there's none there. People say, like, reach out. There are services out there, you know, talk to someone. Well, I've talked to a hell of a lot of people, and I've reached out more times than I can even remember. And when you get rejected by the people who are there, like it's their job to help you. And I mean, in the beginning, I had a hard time even convincing people that something was wrong with me. The amount of times I left in tears from doctor's appointments because they were just like, oh, you just need to see a counselor. There's nothing wrong with you. You know, you just got some issues. Like, you'll be right. It's like, now looking back, it's like I was trying to tell you guys that something was wrong. But people have this attitude. My dad has the same attitude. He used to say to me, you're not mentally ill. You're not insane and you're not crazy because you know that you are. So therefore you're making it up. He's like, someone who is severely mentally ill doesn't know that there's anything wrong with them. Well, that is bullshit. That is bullshit. Like, because you just... People, like, why do you get punished for wanting to help yourself? Why do you get punished for self-awareness? Why do you get punished for keeping yourself out of trouble? For having enough insight to not let yourself go off the rails. The system is frustrating. And I know that this is the Australian healthcare system, but I'm pretty sure it's the same healthcare system for a lot of people that I've spoken to worldwide. I mean, like, what is your system like? Is it as whack as mine? It's completely non-functioning. And the system is only designed for people to make money in the private sector or to keep people out of trouble in the public sector. And if you're not getting yourself into trouble and you don't have money, then no one is there to help you. Shouldn't it be enough that you have been seeking therapy for, 8 years? That you're on like 5 different antipsychotic, mood stabilizers, antidepressants. Like, just because I've put in the hard work and I have come so far in my recovery, it's like, I want to be better. I want to be the best version of myself. Just because I don't outwardly cause trouble doesn't mean that I don't need help. Not everyone, my problem is I'm so good at pretending that I'm okay. I don't even realize that I'm doing it. I just don't know how to not present myself with confidence, intelligence. Like, I don't often let my emotions show to anyone. I don't like feeling like I can't do something. So I guess when I'm in an appointment, when I'm in an interview, I'm really assertive and I'm like, yeah, this is what I want. I think it will really benefit me. And apparently that is just a bad thing. And I don't even know what else I can say about it. It is so frustrating. And this has been like the most difficult part of my recovery. And it just reminded me again, like, in this moment. And every time you ask about it, you get like a different answer. It's some different excuse. And I don't understand how I can be on a waiting list for this course for like a year. How I can have every single one of my doctors, therapists, and psychiatrists writing referrals and telling me, like, you need this course, you need to get into this course. I have been told for 2 years by 5 different psychiatrists, they wouldn't even change my medication. They just kept telling me they couldn't help me. I just needed DBT. I just needed therapy. And I was there going, then get me fucking therapy. If that's what I need, then I'll do it. But I can't, because I can't get a hold of it. If I need therapy, then I want therapy. They were trying to convince me that, oh, you're not depressed, you're just borderline. So therefore you will be depressed until you get the DBT therapy. Put all this emphasis on the DBT therapy, and it's like, it frustrates the shit out of me. It really does. And I just can't. I'm not even gonna ask you guys to give this video a thumbs up, because it's just ridiculous. Let me know what you guys think. I'm sick of putting my hope and faith into people that I'm told can help me, and then simply just, people have told me that they can't help me, and that's fine. Like, if I am beyond your pay grade or I'm beyond your expertise, I get that. But just because I don't tick certain boxes, like I don't even know what other boxes I need to tick. Like it is a goddamn loophole that some people just manage to get a hold of and everyone else is just strangled with. People tell me like, oh, you shouldn't be diagnosed, why are you obsessed with labels? Like, I really don't give a shit what my diagnosis is. But a diagnosis is a ticket to treatment. They will only treat you. You only get access to the DBT therapy if you get diagnosed as borderline. You only get, the medication that you need if you're diagnosed with something else. And it doesn't really matter what that label is. Like, they are treating the symptoms. And that's what even my doctors say to me. We're just treating the symptoms. So like, whatever. I just don't get it. I'm not going to do this, but it just makes me be like, well, why do I even try and keep my shit together? I might as well just go off the rails. Be a drug addict, an alcoholic, go and, I don't know, cut myself, like lose my shit. If that's what's going to get me the help that I need. But I'm just not that type of person. Bullshit. Share this video if you're just as pissed off as I am. This needs to change. I don't know how we can change it. If you've got ideas, we need to start some form of like movement. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I'm going to give a speech about it at every single like mental health organization I give a speech about. I'm not going to shut up about it. I'm going to keep telling people how shit the system is, and maybe someone will listen. Maybe if this video went viral, then maybe the right people could see it. I'm over it.